Hello YouTubers, and once again welcome to another Doctor Who action figure review. This time I shall be taking a look at the Forbidden Planet exclusive set, the Revenge of the Cybermen set, which contain 3 Cybermen from the Revenge of the Cybermen. 2 of them which are just basically generic Cybermen, and one of them being the Cyber Leader, which featured in this story. They also come with a Cybermat. So first of all, let's take a look at the Cyberman. So the detail on this is mind-blowing, really. I really like this type of Cyberman, although I'm not so fussed on the story itself. It's alright story. Alright, I guess, if it's like a cold day and you don't really want to go out and you just want to watch something during the afternoon, then Revenge of the Cybermen is ideal, but not my favourite story. But this Cyberman design I really like. I think it's very, very good. Again, you can see like the emptiness inside, like the emotionless thing, like what is about the Cybermen, if that makes sense. They got the tubing handlebars which were used on the Cybermen in the story, and basically the head is very much similar to the Invasion style Cyberman. They also have the tear ducts, which were first introduced in The Wheel in Space, a Cyberman which is still yet to be released. And they have the gun on their head, which they fire in the story as well. And yeah, basically the whole helmet is just all one sculpt. It all goes down to the neck or the shoulders. They also have one screw in the back as well for like the actors' heads, like in real life. But the thing is, although they might be reusing parts of the Invasion style Cybermen, hence like the face, obviously they've I think they've resculpted around here and around the handlebar parts, and obviously the gun on the head. But one thing to note is that this is actually removable, which is very interesting because the Cybermen heads were never removed. But the thing is, you can actually, it makes sense really. I don't know if I'm the only one to point this out or not, but you can actually recreate the scene from the Christopher Eccleston story, Dalek, the very start of the story when the Doctor and Rose Tyler arrive in that underground museum in Utah, and they find all those exhibits like the Celestine Arm and things like that, and they find the Cyberman head. That Cyberman head was this type of Cyberman. So you could recreate a scene from that story using this head. So whether that was the intention why they've made the heads removable, probably not, but it's a great idea, what I thought of nevertheless, and be really good for scene recreation of that story. So I'll just pop the head back on, and it does pop back on. Well, hopefully it does anyway. Hopefully it doesn't take up the whole video. Oh great, it's not coming back on now. That's brilliant. You have to really press the head to make it come back on. Like what I've just done, just made it pop off again. Yeah, that's one of the bad things about this, really. It's just very hard to put the head of this Cyberman back on. You have to be really gentle with it. Oh, for goodness sakes. But basically, well, when I eventually put the head back on, I will show you the rest of the body, hopefully, if I have time. There we go. So sorry about that, guys. I didn't really expect that to happen. But the rest of the body, this chest plate area is very similar to the tomb side. I can't even speak now. I'm messing up on this review. But basically the tomb side, the tomb style Cybermen. I can't really talk properly today. I don't know why. It's basically similar to that, although not exactly the same. Got the black in the middle here, and obviously the black circle at the bottom as well, and all the like little parts of circuitry inside as well. It's made out of a see-through plastic, which is very good. And again, like the 60s Cybermen, like from Moonbase onwards, they all have piping. This one has piping as well, and it just goes all the way down the arms, and I think the piping may be also reused from the Tomb Cyberman, or it might be slightly retooled at the elbow area. And likewise, the piping goes all the way down from the back here, and it goes all the way down to the ankles, like so. So that's a very nice touch to detail. There's also a lot of lines on the elbow joints as well, and these here look like the piping parts are screwed in as well, which is very, very nice. They've also got this pattern on the back of the figure as well, which is also very nice. And the legs have also got the lines like on the elbows, and the feet look very, very similar to the Tomb style Cybermen, although they are a new sculpt, because as you can see here it says BBC 1974. The story itself, Revenge of the Cybermen, came out in 1975, but other than that, a very good figure. The articulation, the heads move slightly. I think that's because the actual head is removable, although the heads didn't move in the story, but it doesn't matter. The arms cannot do a 360 because of this bit here. The elbows can move, and the biceps can move as well. The waist can also move, and I think they can do a 360 as well, like so. And the legs can also bend, and the knees can also bend. The feet can also move a little bit, just side to side, but that's all really. And that's it really. I've gone through all of the detail on the Cybermen, like all of the Cybermen, because basically all these three figures are the exact same figure. You're just basically getting two of the same figure here, which I suppose is good for army building, and you're getting the Cyber Leader as well. As you can see with the Cyber Leader, I have posed him with his arms like on his hips, as this particular Cyber Leader decided to do this in this story. And that kind of defeats the whole point of what I said earlier in the review. As I said, like, these style of Cybermen, they look emotionless, but unfortunately in this story they seem to have emotion, which is very odd. Particularly this Cyber Leader. But again, I like the look of the Cybermen, and I like the look of the Cyber Leader. So if you just take a quick look at the Cyber Leader, same detail all on the body and articulation and all that, and basically it's just a helmet that's different, and it's black, obviously, and it's been painted in a matte black, like the on-screen counterpart, and the actual back here is being painted black. And I know a few people have mentioned, like in the reviews of this set, that it is supposed to be like this, as a few people have like customized and that type of thing. They've just left this bit here with the screw on the top. They just left that all silver, when in actual fact it is all meant to be black. The quality control is a bit iffy. They've got a bit of scratches on the face there, but I can live with it. No one will notice if I've shown it them for the first time, so that's very good. It also comes with a Cybermat, a lot bigger than the Cybermats that came with the Tomb Cybermen. If I just show you that, by the way, that is what those Cybermats look like. I didn't actually show you these in my review of the Tomb Cyberman, so I'll just show you now. That's the size of them, and if you just compare one of them, they're basically the same size, but look at this. Look at the difference in that. Massive. You've got like the little things at the bottom here, and you know, just you can just recreate like when they move about, things like that. And you've got the little eyes. My girlfriend, a determined artist, she thinks they're very cute. Something I would never have thought I would have related to the Cybermats, but there you go. But I suppose they are a lot cuter than the ones from Closing Time. So this one I think is the best type of Cybermat in my opinion, because it's the biggest and it's the most detailed as well. You got this at the bottom as well. It's just a die cast piece, so don't try and like moving it, otherwise you'll probably break it. You got this red thing here as well, like it had on, well, like it was in the story, like when it jumped onto Sarah Jane Smith, and it's just very nice sculpting, and you can just lay it down with the Cyberman, or with the Cybermen like that. So overall, this set is absolutely great. It's the only 70s Cybermen we ever got, so that's one of the reasons why you should get this set. And yeah, I like these type of Cybermen. I know some people also like these Cybermen, although even though the story itself isn't that memorable, it's still worth getting these figures from this set, as they're really good. They come with a Cybermat as well. You're basically getting the same figure 3 times, but it looks really good on the shelf with the rest of my figures, particularly like all the Tom Baker stuff, like with the Genesis Dalek, Davros, Zygon, things like that. So I would definitely pick this set up. I hope you enjoyed this review, although a bit of it was slightly spoilt by the head I was trying to get on one of the Cybermen. But apart from that, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in my next review, whatever that will be. So join me again, YouTubers, whenever my next video will be, and I shall see you next time.